Sunday's VIPER paint work. Today it's about going around and fixing all the boo-boos. I fixed a few this morning. We're going to paint the dark blue trim on the stab and rudder and fix that mistake I made on the rudder. But here's where we're at so far. I went over this thing with 4/0 steel wool to smooth the edges out. Of course, we're going to be doing more of that. But as far as the mistakes, see, I don't have any more. I don't have any more overspray mistakes to fix. So we're just getting off the flashing. I don't know if I like this Simply Blues deal. It's pretty bland, kind of not flashy like I like. But we'll see what happens when I get the puce on there. Oh, I weighed it again. It's at 29 ounces. That tape really adds a lot of weight. So we'll weigh it up here in a second again to make sure. I only got very little matching or very little blue fine line on the stabilizer. Because I've let this set a couple of days, I can use this 4/0 steel wool to take off the flashing. Otherwise, you got to card it off. This is 70%. Okay, get another towel there. Well, I'm here all by myself. We had one popper. Beautiful. I'm just taking the pencil lines off of it now. I use that Stabilo marking pencil. And that's much better than a lead pencil. The sign painter's pencil, Stabilo or Stedliner. And another popper. Pop on, pop off. It is Sunday though. It's church day. Now we got 3 on there now. I don't know. Anyway, I got pencil lines on there. I'll take the pencil line off. 70% alcohol. Don't use 91. It could take the paint off. That looks good. Try to get a coat of clear on this today to seal it up. Hey, Tony. To hire you. Oh, yeah. Just think I'm doing this for free. I get nothing for this shit. Just think what I'd do if I was getting paid. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, still could need to knock them down. Need to knock them down. I think I've changed my mind on gold leaf lettering. I think they're just going to be magenta letters and not gold leaf. I think that'll be over the top. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at it. Got a couple of buggers to fix here with some acrylic green. But we'll go around and fix that. We're going to fix that rudder right now. We need to sand that. Okay, let's get a weight on it to see what it weighs. It weighs. Let me move the camera to the other one. Oh, now it says 30 even. 30 even. So it went down a half an ounce from the tape. So the thing's going to be 32 with 17 ounces of hardware. Let's do a workup on that. It says 30. Let's do a workup and see what it's going to weigh. We're going to add 3 ounces for wheels and tires because I don't have them made up. It's just, we'll try to keep it under 3. But that's a pretty standard weight. 3 ounces for wheels, tires, and wire. So this is our parts box here. There. There. There we go. That's 12, 13, 13 and a half, 14.3, 16.1, 30 more of these. $16.1. This is the muffler. I'm not going to use this muffler, but we'll add it, and it'll be overweight. 17.5. That's 20.5 ounces. 20.5 ounces to 30 is 50.5 ounces, plus 2 ounces of clear, 52. It's going to be the same weight as the other one, 53. Just the way it is. Can't get around it. I'm bumming. Oh well. If you think it's easy to build a big airplane like this at 53 ounces, give her a try. So far we have a 6, was it? Yeah, we have a 6 ounce finish. No, that's not right. It's 5.5 ounce finish for this. So we're going to add, I would say, 2 ounces of clear, 7.5 ounce finish on it. Four coats of clear will be 2 ounces. Or we could put some spray shine on it and burn her up to 10 ounces of clear. So, might as well just get used to it. It's going to be 53 ounces, 53, 54 ounces. To try to make the wheels lighter, gotta do something. Do something to keep the weight down. Looks like I ain't getting no wheel pants. Oh, bummer. Bummer, bummer. Oh, you know what? I don't have my extension in there. Got to add all the stuff. Got the nut in there. We're not going to use this muffler. Let's take that out of the equation. Muffler's heavy. Get a tongue muffler. Add to it. Mufflers. Where are my mufflers? However, the engines do run better on a tube muffler. These are tanks. You want muffler? Where's the muffler? It's wheels. Shit. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got mufflers in here. There we go. Okay, I have to turn this heat off too. Okay, let's try again. That's better. What is the difference? What is this weigh? Big difference. Ounce heavier. So we need that. And this. And this. That. And this. This. And this. There we go. 19.9 is what it's going to be. Because we're going to add 3 ounces for wheels. So let's take a half ounces off of that because I think I can do them lighter than that. So 16, 17, 18, 19 and a half plus 30. Come on. 30 plus 19 and a half for hardware. 49.5 plus 2. 51 and a half. Oh well. We'll get her down. We'll work on it somehow. Somehow I'll figure it out. 50 and a half. Plus a quarter ounce, well, half ounce of tip weight, 52. How can I get it down? Oh, well, that's where I'm at. Going to be 52 ounces. Just nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do. And I'm rather disappointed. I wanted to be at 49 or 50. Just ain't happening. Well, that's my parts box. We'll put that over here. More trash again. Another load of trash this week. I'll try to take it out today. Anyway, let's carry on with some paint work. Last night I got the lettering laid out, and that's what makes me feel that I'm not going to go with gold leaf. The first thing I want to do is get this acrylic green on this rudder drying. If you guys remember right, this is the one. Let me get that other camera. I'll show you what I did and how screwed up, what an idiot I was. I do a lot of bonehead stuff. Getting in a hurry, not thinking. So if you look, there we go. If you look right here, there's a nick in that rudder. Well, this rudder is very thin back here. It's razor sharp. And what happened was I took this tape and I turned the corner and I tried to pull it. And that wood is soft. So now I have to take aqua green and build it up and then blow on some blue to get that to blend in. Of course, this is blue fine line tape that comes off after I get the blue second scallop in there, like I did with the wings there. I don't think I'm going to do anything here. I got to get something down here. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put Simply Blues here and USA here and the Simply Blues on the nose. Of course, the Viper decal goes back here so that there's no ambiguity of what kind of airplane it is. I really want to thank Win Paul for adding my Viper to his stun history book to make this thing N30 legal. Because now it's a double header where I can fly it in N30 and fly it in Pampa. So let's get the acro, get it building up. A razor blade here. We need a piece of plastic or something. Cardboard. Put some of this crap on. Try not to get my hat and black shirt full of crap today. I can take a couple coats. Gonna take a couple coats. And I had one on the cowl I needed to work on too. Go for it. Thank you. Okay, so that's dry. Let's work on the cowl because there was a spot up there that's not perfect. Right there. Where's my ball driver? Of course, by the time I find it, this shit will be hard. Oh, bummer. 7:32. 3:32. Okay. Right in here. I'm doing the inside of the cowl. No, not the inside, but the veins on it right now. Probably do that with super glue. The other thing I like about the acryl is it dries within 5 minutes. I don't have to wait 2-3 hours for it to dry. I might try, I'm not going to do this on camera, but I might try to take that magenta paint and pinstripe with it. I'll have to practice. I'll put some retarder in it or something to slow down the dry time and see if I can pull a line with it. If I can, we'll stripe this baby, but if not, we'll just have to, do something else. Yeah, this feels good. Okay, let's tape up these. Well, I could have done it on the bottom. Let's do it on the bottom first. Give it a chance for that to dry. Okay, let's switch camera views. Oh, this is not dry. The tape. Yeah, we gotta figure that out over there on that end. Now, Jim Lynch was a real stickler for perfect ink lines and perfect mating paint lines. And of course, them guys are really good builders. Really good. I need to put this line back in it because I took the tape off of that. I'm not going to make a template for these. I'm just going to do it by eye. You want perfect by a sticker? I will be close enough. I will be close enough. Ah. Even though it's by eye, it's got to be close. There we are. There it is. Okay, we got them lines back on there. So now we do our second line. I'm online.
I'm going to church.
Okay. Remembering not to pull the tape on balsa wood, so. Close enough. Close enough. We get practice up here on the bottom. Yeah, no good. There we go. There it is. So we got our secondary blue there, the dark blue. Do the other side. I think what I'm going to do, instead of taping it all off, going back and forth, I'm just going to tape the bottom, split it at the tip, and do the bottom, and then flip it over and do the top. I got a couple spots there I need to address. I gotta fix this tip first. Yeah. We'll get it. Come on. I guess I could get the plotter singing here in a second. Get the plotter going so we can do some lettering. That'll be close enough. Let's see, we got about 3/8 of an inch. So we go right there. Not a little much. That's close enough. So it goes from there, right there, about 3/8 of an inch. Right there. And it goes from right there, 3/8 of an inch. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do top, bottom, then top. Take the tape off and do the top. Let's see, do we have a spot here we needed to address? No. Fillets turned out real nice on this. Don't have no. The reason why the fillets turned out super nice on this is I didn't have to add any paint to it. The paint job's the same color as the fillets. So just a dusting of color and it's done. I do see some spots, but I'm gonna wait till I get the clear on it to level those out and hit it with clear again. Do my Jim Lynch trick. So what do you guys got suggestions for me to build next? I mean, I want to build that Junar next. I'll be able to build the Junar. Check this out. I'll be able to build my Junar and a Sorcerer, and then move on to the Crossfire before Steve's done with his Crossfire. And I'll get my Crossfire done before he does. I figure he should be done sometime in 2025. At this rate, tired. I slept a lot yesterday too. I slept a lot. Or I can just go ahead and tape it all and paint it all at once. Yeah, we'll do that. Tape and paint all at once. Yeah, I'll get this dark blue knocked out today so I can quit monkeying around and get back to finishing. Can look for this airplane to be finished sometime next weekend or maybe weekend after, or the 2 weeks. Because we got a bunch to do yet. Ink line, inner clear, ink lines, lettering. I wonder if I frosted that that pearl over the leading edge, how that would look. No taping, just frosted over, kind of blend it. Like I say, the problem is if I do that, there's no repairing it, ever, ever, ever. It's the only thing that kept me back from intercoat clearing the light blue. Never fix it. Because guaranteed, in the course of a season, they're going to need some cosmetic touch-up. So for you guys who are thinking of these wild colors, or, well, the colors ain't so bad. Pearls and metal flakes. Yeah, it looks cool when it's brand new. But after a season in the sun, hanger rash, and the like, where you got to repair it before the nationals or before a beauty contest or whatever, you can't do it. So we'll have tinfoil to there. Okay, on to the other side. Flip it over and tape off the top. So, you guys got any suggestions for this paint job? I'm open to suggestions because I'm kind of at a block right now to make it really pop. The orange would have made it pop, but it wouldn't have stuck with the blues theme. Oh, I need to make a couple notes in a clet and a fret bar and all that other shit too for the logo. Forgot about that. Top hat, some kind of crap. I don't know. Trumpet. We might have some viper plants to look at today, according to Steve Berry. Maybe. Just to get a look at them and see what they look like. As stated, I can draw from a napkin, or I can build from a napkin. But they're going to be this color right here. With a black outline, black shadow, black outline. Maybe a white highlight too, to make them look like they're neon glowing. I have to break out that Japanese airbrush so I can do a super fine line. You know, I got that Ceros airbrush. It has a third knob on it that you can adjust the air pressure at the nozzle. You could turn the line down to a hair. Made in Japan. And that's really good for super detail work, like for drawing pictures. And let me show you that brush. Made a mistake. It's not Ceros, it's Cross. No, it is Creos. 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 This airbrush here, you can turn down the nozzle spray. Plus, it has a stop on here. You can incrementally adjust so that you can make a hair line. So what I thought I'd do is the first go around is to paint the black shadow, then overlay the magenta on it. We'll put the magenta on the black so it'll look like it'll have a shading. Then I'll take this with white and do the highlights on the leading edge of the letters. Hey, Tony. No. Gonna be magenta. That cash only sign was just a test. I use imitation gold for the yellow, and it don't look like gold leaf. I don't know. That's a hard one to envision what it's going to look like. Of course, that doesn't look too bad, really. I mean, it's a lot of work, but let me think here. Yellow, got green in it. See, that's done with a brush, and freehand, just done with a brush, and it's easy to control. This other way is pretty damn difficult. And it's on something I can throw away if I don't like it. It'd be hard to throw my airplane away now. So I better make up my mind here shortly. Yeah, I think it would look better. I think it would look better black, shadow, magenta letters with white highlights where the green is. And we might put a spattering of this blue here on the outside of it, just kind of dust it out to make them pop. I don't. It's gonna be tough. I'll have to think about it and mull it over. Gary Sinclair had a good idea. Make it up on paper, set it on there, and see how I like it. I might do that too. I got some cardstock I could cut out. Yep, that's what I'll do. I got some poster board. I'll paint it on with poster board, and then lay it on there and see how it looks. I'll do it in actual size. I can do it with a pen. What about adding a fade from dark blue to the ailerons? That all sounds good. A little history. It would probably look really good. Terry, I think it is. It would probably look really good, but be impossible to repair. Anytime you're doing a fade, any of them custom tricks like that, you can't duplicate. So if I did that, if I did the fade, which would look decent from the dark blue to back this way, be dark here and then lighter as it goes that way, that'd be great. But let's say I get a pinhole right here or a rip or whatever, and I got to put a piece of silk span on it. Impossible to repair, to match. Impossible. At least if you have let's say you have a hole you get between three colors or whatever, it ain't no big deal. You just repair it and overspray the area, retake them off and paint them the original colors. It's a pain in the ass that you got to do three colors, but it's better than trying. Yeah, it's better than trying to figure something out that's it'd just be impossible. So when I'm painting these, I'm also looking for longevity throughout the season, because after flying these for many years, I know damn well that there's going to be hanger rash and things to fix just before the Nationals. If I just if I just built it to hang on the wall, I could do anything. Just hang it on the wall, that'd be it. But we're, pretty physical with these airplanes. No, I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I'll do that today. We'll test the lettering design today. I'll get the things drawn on the cardboard, painted, cut out, and then we'll lay it on and do another live stream on that and get you guys' opinion on that. Not only that, I can test out. I wonder if I could print it. Maybe I could print it out. Except my printer's pretty low on ink. I'm gonna have to paint it and cut it, I guess. And I can do the actual colors then too, see what it looks like. Okay, so the stream is going to be after I get this taped off and get this painted. I will probably take a couple hours. I don't know how long we've been on now. It doesn't say. Why doesn't it say up there? It says live, but it didn't tell me the time. Huh. Oh, what's the deal? Got 11, but it doesn't tell me the time. That went away. What's the deal? Let's go here. We'll go here. We'll go to the studio. We've been on an hour now. I try to keep these things to about an hour normally because due to the metrics, you know, if I have 5 hours and you guys only watch 5 minutes of it, my metrics go way down. If I watch an hour and most guys, or if I do an hour and most guys are on for an hour and watch to the end, the metrics go up. Like I say, it used to be you had to impress people to get views. Now you just have to impress the algorithm. It's a pretty poor business model, I think. So there's my buddy Terry from Little History, England. Go check out, if you like plastic models, go check out his stuff. If you like airplanes jumping off the bench, that's pretty funny too. Of course, I'm sure at the time he didn't think so. He's using, it looked like Gersh props, or maybe, it may be APC props, but they're super sharp. I told him to dull the leading edge off the damn thing. Piece of sandpaper around the leading edge over so they don't cut you up so bad, especially the tips. The tips are like bologna slicers. And just think, Terry, those little engines don't have the power to take your finger off. But a carbon fiber prop that we run on a big motor like this will take your finger off. Okay, so we need to repair that spot there, but we'll do that afterwards. We'll do that afterwards. Is this dry enough yet? Nope. Master air screw, yeah. What you should have done is just pushed it back together and put a drop of CA on it. Of course, don't take my advice. I'm an idiot. I don't give medical advice here. But that's what I do. The reason being, because that's probably what they did at the emergency room if you went. I've even been known to hit it with kicker. That's what it was designed for during the Vietnam era. Battlefield wounds. Greatest invention going for airplane. Yeah, master air screw. It's only a 7-inch prop too. It's not a 13-inch or a 14-inch prop. But I run carbon fiber props sometimes that are like steel. They're not, that little prop there would break. A carbon prop will break your bone off. Okay, let's cut your finger off. One year I was at the Nats, standing between circle 3 and 4, and my back was to circle 4, and I heard the engine start, and I heard brrrr, brrrr, brrrr. And what the hell is that guy putting his propeller into the ground for? Well, it wasn't into the ground. It was Richard Oliver putting his hand in the propeller. He had to get taken off to the emergency room. I don't know why he did it 3 times. Then we got a guy that reached over the front of his airplane, wiping some fuel off, and took tips of his fingers off. Never, ever reach over the top of a propeller. What happens is you get your arm sliced right here, reaching around to adjust the needle valve. It'll cut you here. Zip, zip. I think Chris McMillan got that. Zip, zip. Not good. Respect this thing. It's a saw. It's a badass saw too. Maybe that's why they don't promote this anymore. They're afraid Johnny might get hurt. But shit, we were playing with that crap when we were 9 years old. You only do it once. And yes, I have got my knuckles in the back of a propeller. I did it at this year's Nats with my 46. In a hurry, trying to adjust the needle valve. It's pretty close to the prop, but the back side of the prop won't hurt you as bad as the front side. I got that fixed. Let's get some 320 instead of 400. Take all day to go through that. 400. That's 400. 320. Well, you guys got any stories? You want anything you want to hear from me? Almost got her done. Just put the little light blue on there, it'll disappear. Yeah, we need that comic reel. I need to send that footage to me, Terry, so I can use it on my channel of the plane jumping off onto your lap. So I can show my guys what not to do. And I'm not making fun of you because we've all done stupid shit. I've done plenty myself. About every day. Pulling some kind of stupid stunt. This is a fix up from a stupid stunt right here. Almost. What happened with that? I didn't own it. My dad owned it. It was in Los Angeles, and he had a pool store and a hobby shop. And they were next to each other in the Ole's complex. And he had it about 15 years. And he just got tired of that business and decided he'd go in the bar business out in the desert. So he took profits from the pool store, hobby shop complex, and opened a bar out in the desert. He sold the hobby shop and pool store to a guy named Ron. I won't mention his last name. And the guy never paid him, so he went back there and collected it up and shut it down. So, well. Maybe one more little skim coat of putty, as Wendy calls it. We sure had fun in the desert, that's for sure. I was in service at that time, and after I came back from the service, everybody moved to the desert. Good times, good times. You talk about the Wild West. That was the Wild West, buddy. We were our own police. There ain't no stinking cops. I think there was 3 cops for 3,000 square miles. Whatever Riverside County is 3 cops for whatever that was. Huge. Let's peel this back now. At that time, we'll peel this back so we can dust some blue on it. Okay, so I need a razor blade here. All right, a little alcohol. Boss driver. Grandfather stuck his hand in a KMB 40 with a 10-6 master air screw, turning 12,026 on 2 fingers only once. 20 years in 20 years. Yeah, you'll only do it once, that's for sure. You'll respect that thing, or it'll get you. Ice poke. Get this wiped off and get it dusted off. This is a good example of why I don't get too stressed over mistakes. Now it's bare wood right here. We could use a little more sanding on this side. But I'm going to dust on that blue and bam, it'll be gone. 2 coats. It'll be that spot will be gone. You'll never see that. Even if you're looking for it, you'll never see it. And that's the beauty of dope. Yeah, that needs a little more sanded on that side. Little more sand. It was a funny conversation yesterday with the girl at the paint store. I use dope. You know what that is? Yeah, we know what dope is. I'm going to start doing that again. I'll just buy the A1690 clear, use that as my vehicle, and mix up some custom car paint. That came up good. Okay, I'm going to get the other camera. We're going to bring it in close, and I'm going to show you how this disappears. We'll do a close-up of it. What's this damn thing? Cords. I wish I could get some type of system that was wireless. Okay, maybe we can get it from there. I should have shown the dent. Zoom in. Okay, can you guys see this spot right here? There was a chunk out of the rudder where I pulled the tape and bent it over. I just flowed in some acrylic green and block sanded. If you look right here, the paint is off the edge of the rudder. Not a problem. Yeah, we got my blue mixed up here. Light coat. I'm just using straight air out of it now to kind of dry it off. Now we got to add some paint to it. Completely disappeared. So now when the clear goes over it, bang, it's really gone. It's buried under there. All we wanted to do was color this up. What do you think? Is that a good repair? Any of the dark overspray, like right there, there's a little bit of dark overspray there. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to paint a dark swoop in there. But any of that dark stuff, you can back mask and hit it with that light blue, and it's gone. You can't tell. Where the judges are looking normally, fillets, how good are the fillets? How good are the ends? You know, the blend on this, trailing edges of this stuff. Now, I'm going to have to sand on this. You can hear it. I'll sand that. Might have to hit it with some paint if I sand too much off. Let's see what it looks like. I definitely got to hit here, even though it's inside the pocket. I have to make an attempt to make it nice. So we'll use some 600 or 1,000. We'll use 1,000 on that. Where's that at? Yeah, time to clean off the workbench again. Can't find shit. There it is. So these little bits of the details, you know, the judges can't see it, but just on the outside that they can. You just do it, and that way you know, well, I made an effort. because this is in the pocket. But it don't matter. This ain't in the pocket out here. This is out for God and everybody to see, so we'll round that over and touch it up. Yeah, feels good. It'll be good. And I got to do that to everything on this. I mean, if I want an outstanding model, just like I did with the Monado, I'll have to go around and do all this business everywhere. Fix all the screw ups. Now we just hit it with a little blue on the edge. That looks beautiful. Could have got that better. I'll have to wait for that to dry now. Ain't nothing better looking than an airplane that the edges are perfect. Because it's hard to do. Yeah, we better get the inside of this too. I sanded it. You might have to do it 2 or 3 times. See, this edge is nice, but when I hit it with 1000 grit one more time and shoot it with a little more paint, and by the time the clear gets on it and you buff it, and I love me this powdered blue. Boy, it's really good primer. You're not really adding any weight by doing this because there's not really any paint going on any big areas, so just cleaning it up and making it look good. Like right here, it's kind of crappy looking, so we'll get that with 400 and then 1000. We'll use this. I got to give Bruce Jennings a run for his money on N30 Pilot's Choice next year. Be nice to, it won't happen, but it'd be nice to do a double header. Pilot's Choice N30 plus Concourse. That would be, double header would be nice. I don't know. This airplane ain't got enough pop to it. I thought the concept was going to be different. They like pop. They certainly don't like my red, white, and blue airplanes, anti-American guys. Here's another spot. They'll never see that, but you might as well get it because you know it's there. So this is what I'm going to be doing all day, tinkering. And I expect this, like I say, I expect this finish to take at least a month. Because there's one thing I didn't tell you. I'm doing this now on the blue, but you got to do it again on the clear. Get a super nice job. At least that's what I did on the Monado. Sand and resand every spot on the damn thing. So let's hit it with the light blue and see what it looks like. You dog. I can't believe they sell this stuff that doesn't fit. It doesn't work. Cheap Chinese shit. When we were kids, it was cheap Jap crap, if you remember right. But now Japanese stuff is the greatest. It's the best stuff moving. Uh-oh, I'm going to have to add some more paint to it. We can do that. That looks much more better. I'm even going to sand the inside of that pocket. I ought to paint inside the pockets red, just like on a real airplane. Do you know why it's red? Don't stick your hand in there, dumbass. Ah, the time came back. Yep, the art of attrition. If you're that stupid to stick your hand in there or walk into a propeller or whatever, well, that's shit. That shit happens. Does anybody know what a cod is on an aircraft carrier? I'll tell you. COD stands for Cargo on Demand. And they showed training films in the Navy of a guy walking into a propeller. And it was not pretty. It was not pretty at all. There's a video on YouTube of a guy getting sucked down a prowler intake, but he lived. His hard hat or I don't know what the hell he had. Whatever what kind of equipment he was wearing saved him from it. Foughted the engine before it sucked him all the way through. Let's see. Let's put this over here. We'll change the camera view to here and put it on the edge of the bench over there. That way, vomit cam. Don't get sick moving around. This thing says, I wonder why that happened. It says we've only been on 34 minutes on StreamYard, yet over on YouTube, it's an hour and something. Yeah, it's an hour and 40 minutes. I know why. Time clock change. Yeah, we've been on an hour and 35 minutes, yet StreamYard only shows me being on 35 minutes. So might have to restart the computer. Yeah, it says 35 minutes over here. Oh well, we're on here, so I'll stay for 2 hours. And then I'll wrap it up, do some work off camera. And then when I come back, we'll do them paper dolls. We'll do the lettering layout with poster board in the actual colors. Sure wish this thing would give you a preview before you change camera. I mean, I got OBS, but it's so damn hard to operate. They say it's easy, but I don't think so. OBS is like pro software. This is StreamYard is like software for dummies. Kind of like Zoom, software for dummies. You can do meetings in Zoom. No, in OBS. But man, you got to be a genius to do it. I just don't have the time for all that crap. You know, Frank's Model Workshop, he works hard on his video, and his video will take an hour. It'll probably take him 4 hours to edit it. And that's why I quit editing and just started doing lives, because what a waste of time that was. Taken away from my model building to do editing. So now you got to put up with stupid commentary, dumbass mistakes. Political views that don't match everybody. The way it goes. I try to keep that down to a dull roar. Sometimes it's just too damn hard. You can hardly do it. So many damn idiots over there. My best advice to those morons is we're out of money, quit spending. People need money, they can borrow it from China direct. Of course, it's our money because we've sent all the manufacturing over to China. Nobody knows how to make anything anymore. Nobody knows how to do anything anymore, let alone make something. And the products they make is crap. Good material, poor workmanship. The Chinese have come a long ways in making different products. I don't like them because I'd rather buy American, but what are you gonna do if we ain't making them here? Like you can't get nitromethane here in this country. Gotta come from China because the wackadoo environmentalists have shut everything down. Can't get lead for batteries. A car battery used to last the life of the car back in the day. Today you're lucky to get 2 years because there's no lead in it, because we have no lead smelters. You guys need to think about that shit. Everybody acts upon emotion. Let's go electric. Yeah, where are you going to get the electric to power this stuff, to charge it up with? The wind. What if the wind ain't blowing? The sun. What if the sun ain't shining? We're going to plug in that battle tank to get it charged. A tree? I think 45 said it best. We're worried about environmentalist shit while we're blowing stuff up. Give me a break. It ain't gonna work. It's a pipe dream. AOC is a cow fart. I bet you guys didn't know this. Did you know that AOC was a casting call? She's an actress or whatever. It was a casting call for her spot. They wanted somebody, you know, she's not of color. The only color I see in her is white, but supposedly she's a Latinx or whatever they want to call them. They wanted a woman for some stupid reason. I'd rather have the best person for the job. I don't care if he's black, white, green, purple, male, female, it don't matter. Who can do the job? Because we got people that can't do the job in there now. World's on fire. Well, I figure it's going to be another 2 hours of taping, or another hour and a half of taping anyway. So when I end this stream in 15 minutes, you won't miss nothing but taping. It's just the way it is. But I'll come back when I spray this. I'll go run the plotter because I did the design last night in the middle of the night. I'll run the plotter. I'll plot it out 2 times. I'll plot it once on the mask and once with my pen tool on poster board. We'll cut it out, paint it, and stick it on and see what it looks like. That way it's not on there forever. I'll have to do a really good rendering, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that too. When we render it, I'll draw it out on the paper. It'll be exact. The pen line will come out on paper, and I'll just take my brushes and brush the magenta, the black, and the white in there, and then we'll move them around and see where they look the best. Of course, I get wicks and I get stun hanger and all the other accoutrement that goes on here. I don't know what I'm going to put here in this spot. Maybe just a note or something. I don't know. No doubt. No doubt. They'll have to give up their pipe dream. They will absolutely have to. People will just not stand for it. It's just not going to work. You see how nice the edges came out? That's what you want. And when I put clear on it and sand it again, it'll be perfect. All the edge, I sanded them up and added some more paint on them. What happens is when you're spraying with that big gun, it's spraying all you. That's a little target. That's only 3/16 of an inch thick. Can't get no paint on it. So, but if you come back with the airbrush, you can more or less direct the paint where it goes. So when I clear that, it'll be beautiful. Beautiful. So I need to do the inside of this trailing edge again too. Like again, nobody can see it, but I know it's there. I'm gonna hit all the little bugaboos on this thing. Any of the spots that need it is gonna get it. God, I wish it was 1960 again. At least 69, 68, 69. Them were good years. We had good wood. We had really good wood. Cheap, 23 cents a sheet. And I'm urging everyone, don't buy $17 a piece balsa wood. Doesn't matter what, don't buy it, because if you buy it, they'll keep charging it. If you don't buy it, they'll have a whole ton of it and they'll have to eat it. So they'll sell it at cheap to get rid of it so they can eat. And that's just economics. That's just how it works. Supply and demand. If there's no demand, there won't be any supply for it. Great. $17 a sheet wood. Fucking crazy. Now, I'm going to be a hypocrite. I might pay $17 a sheet of wood if they could guarantee me it was 3.5 pound wood. 3.5, not 5 pound, 3.5. $10 sheets, not even enough to build a wing, $170. Give me a break. I don't know what they were smoking there. It's just unbelievable. Of course, $18 an ounce glue, almost $19 an ounce glue is ridiculous. $5 a roll tape, $18 an ounce glue. Give me a break. $50 a roll sandpaper, $50 a sheet for 64th plywood. $11 a roll for aluminum foil. Nah, I ain't buying that crap. But we're really not doing too bad. I mean, there are other places to get this stuff. I looked at I don't know if I told you this or not, but I looked it up online. The pigment that they use to make this you can look it up. The part number is U7283 Brilliant Red. They used 114 grams. That pigment was $549 a quart. You can look it up online yourself. Part number U7283, Sherman-Williams. $500. But the funniest thing is, white was $700 a quart. Now that's not the paint, that's the pigment. And this paint is super, super thick. They mixed me up that much pigment and I filled it up to the top with dope. But it's super thick. It's concentrate. Probably could take this and pour it off and mix it 50-50 with clear dope. I just don't need that much. I'll take one of these little mason jars, fill half of that up, up to here, and then pour half, fill it to here with clear, pour that in and see how it thins out, and then thin it with thinner. $549 a quart for a quart of red. Fucking nuts. Let's get a stick here. Get a stick. You know you got it bad when you're sanding the inside of your cowl to get it finished off real nice, but this does show. But I think I'm going to super fill it instead of this, because there's a spot there that needs it. So today is a day of tinkering. If you like tinkering, I'm your guy. We're tinkering today. I'm going to try to make this cowl as good as Ted Fancher's. That man can build a cowl. That's unreal. Uh-huh. You're going to need to touch that up. Get that sanded off. Let's see what this weighs now. Remember, I always say these weigh an ounce. This one weighs 0.9. 0.9. So it's in there for weight, but it ain't quite finished. It needs to have the inside work done. When I had all that super filling shit on this thing would have weighed 3 ounces. Remember when I had the top plate on it and all that? All right, we're coming up on our 2 hours. I'll be back later on this afternoon. I'll have all this blue on here and we'll do the paper dolls. See what the lettering is going to look like. I'm going to mix up some super fillings. Fill this thing in good. All the divots and stuff in it. Because this will get spray shine. Because it takes the most abuse on the airplane. Fuel leaking down on it and handling, and it's just a pain in the butt. Like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you in a few hours. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.